So there's this trend online. It's by no means new, but it's very, very apparent online, on social media. Where else would it be? And it may appear harmless when you first see it and just like stupid, like generally stupid. But there's a little bit more to it that can make it more dangerous and can have pretty serious consequences. Yes, who would have thought? Cutting off eyelashes, specifically the bottom eyelashes, completely gone away, done. With scissors. Let's talk about this. Let's talk about this today and watch a few clips and talk about why it's not a good idea in general. At all, for anyone. Please don't do it. Now, I do just want to clarify here, these videos and this trend is people doing it solely to improve the way they look. Now, there are indeed medical reasons as to why people may pull or pluck away at their hairs. We're not talking about that today. We're talking about people who do it, cut them off for cosmetic reasons, we should say. But before we get into that, do consider subscribing, giving this video a thumbs up, and also subscribing to my new reaction and commentary channel, which I'll leave linked down below for you. Okay, eyelashes. Now I can see why there may be this mistake or this thought process as in like, why are they there? Why are they getting in the way? They're just there to look nice. I do just want to give this message to people, everyone out there, especially like the younger generation on TikTok. Your eyelashes are not on your face because the body was like, we need to create something that looks pretty. No, they are there, they serve a function. Our body made them to protect our eyes. But the big question is, why are people cutting off their lower lashes? I don't know. I don't know. But let's watch some people do it. Now, listen, if you have like a thing with things being around eyes, I would suggest maybe cautiously watch this. So here's the original video I saw and my reaction to this. When I saw this, here, I'll show you this.
I can't be the only one who hates their bottom lashes.
I can't watch. I can't look at that. I can't watch that happen. Why? Why? I'm disturbed. That's disturbed me. That's not correct. That can't be right. That's not... That can't, why is no one stopping this from happening? You can just ignore them. You don't see them when you're wearing makeup that much. Just don't put anything on them. Don't cut them off. Eyelashes aren't just a beauty thing on our face. They're there for a reason. What the Oh God, I feel unreal. I feel like I can't believe I just seen that. Now I felt like unreal. I was like, this can't be happening. Why are people doing this? Why is this happening? I thought surely other people aren't doing this, but a quick look in the comments section proved otherwise. Also in that video, I swear they catch their skin on the last little snip. Let's watch another one, just to show you I'm not just making this up. I'm not just saying there's people doing lashes. Like, you have to see. It doesn't look good. I'm sorry, but it doesn't look good. Okay, let's start with like the least important reason why you shouldn't be doing with this. Because it looks shit. It looks so bad. Let's talk about it makeup wise, right? Again, the least important reason why you shouldn't be doing this. As a professional makeup artist, here's why it looks terrible, okay? One, it closes up your eyes, making them look smaller, especially when you have top heavy makeup, including false lashes, eyeshadow, everything like that, and leaving this completely clear makes your eyes look smaller, 100%. Now, there's nothing wrong with that, but people think it opens their eyes, and it doesn't. There's nothing wrong with smaller lashes. That kind of feline shape that can be achieved from not doing too much product under the eye is actually a beautiful shape, but it's the common misconception that people think if you have nothing underneath, it's going to make your eyes look wider. Completely closes them up. It almost makes a sheet of skin that just keeps going and going and going and going up until your eye. Having product underneath the eye actually does make them look wider and brighter and bigger. Let me show you something actually. Where's concealer? Let's say this eye, right? I have stuff on my eye, but let's completely flesh out under my eye here. This is gonna look terrible, I just realized, because I have powder there, but you'll get the idea. I'm going over my lower lashes, just so we can imagine I don't have any. I'm just gonna use the same concealer under my eye, but keeping my eyeshadow there. Okay, how weird does this look? It just looks awful. It looks, and bear in mind I still have liner on the inside. I have like a glowy gold liner. The brightness looks nice, but the shape, it just looks like I have like this sheet of skin. I need some definition under there. It's not going to close up my eye. It's not going to close up my eye. Actually, when I'm looking at my eyes here, this looks smaller than this eye. This looks more this way. This looks a bit rounder here. Hate it. I hate it. Now I have to sit here like this.
Am I the only person who's been cutting their lower lashes because they think they're too long? People always tell me I'm crazy, but hear me out. I'm gonna cut one side first and then I'm gonna show you. They are looking like spider legs. And when I cut them, they actually look good. I don't know about you, but I think this side looks way better than this one, but...
No. Now listen, don't get me wrong. We all have different opinions on what looks good, what looks too much, what looks natural, etc., right? I get that. Hear me out though, hear me out. Those lashes, those bottom lashes, in no way look spider leg-like at all. Spider leg-like is when they look clumpy and long, and they don't look clumpy. Not one bit spider leg-like. Now here's the thing about lashes. The way our lashes grow from our face, right? If you're lucky, they grow out nice and evenly, nicely spread out, you know, they almost have a pattern to them, like a snowflake. No, not at all. But you know, they have that kind of like nice wispiness to it. They're naturally kind of tapered, they point off at the ends. And if you're lucky on top, they're nicely spread out also. When you cut into eyelashes, real or fake lashes, doesn't matter which one. And sometimes it is required to cut into a false lash to make them look more realistic. Perhaps you put them on a client, they don't like them, they're the only lashes you have, you peel them off and you cut into them to make them look a little bit less thick, a little bit less dense perhaps. But you snip into them, like pretend these are the lashes, right? You snip into them this way. What's this called? Hairstylist, what's this called? We're not cutting across, you cut into like this, not on it, preferably not on the eyes. Because if you look at the two in comparison, right, the side that she hasn't cut looks neatly organized in terms of the way the lashes are spread out. The side that she has cut looks sporadic and messy, in my opinion. It doesn't look tidy. I actually wouldn't bother. If I put bottom mascara on a client and it ended up looking like that, I would then have to put some deeper eyeshadow or some bronzer or something underneath just to kind of mute it a little bit because it doesn't look nice. Not to be mean. It actually looks like short stubs. It doesn't look good. It looks like a mascara mistake, I'll be honest with you. It looks when you hold the brush too close and you make a mascara mistake. You can get like a tiny amount of mascara and just go along the root. It doesn't have to reach the whole end. People are also doing this to their top lashes. Let's take a look at this. Why? Okay, so these lashes, one, are stunning. Absolutely stunning. They look feathery at the end. They look beautiful. However, I can understand why they may be a little bit annoying, right? I can imagine they're touching the brow, touching the inside of a corner here. We've all worn perhaps false lashes that are maybe too long and are irritating to wear. So I can understand why that's happening. Oh, the lashes are so nice. And this is obviously someone who works in the hair place. When you do that, I need to grab some lashes and show you. I also just want to show you here how these false lashes look. So when I trim a lash straight across, not on my eye because I don't want to ruin my lashes, how they look. If Lego people had eyelashes, that's what they would look like. As I said, lashes have a natural flick, a natural taper. They're not chunks. They don't grow out evenly and long and thick and dense, you know? It's just, it doesn't look real. It doesn't look natural. So that one's technically not that bad because it's just trimming the top. But going back to the bottom lashes, why is it so bad? I posted a reaction video to this on my Instagram and somebody made a comment on there. It was like, okay, but like your legs have hair and people wax off your leg hair. Invalid point. All the hairs on your body are there for a function. Different functions for some of them. I think we all know that our eyelashes, their main function isn't there to, you know, look nice when we wear makeup or when we put on lashes. It's to be a defense for our eyes, our eyeballs themselves. Debris, dirt, sand. I don't know where people live. There might be glass in the air. Our lashes catch all that crap flying around before it touches our eyes. The skin on our eyeballs is so thin, so sensitive. Anything that gets into our eye like that can give us a severe infection. Have you ever scratched your eye on absolutely nothing and it's the most painful, irritating thing for like a week? I had a scratch on my eye once and I couldn't open my eye for like a week. It was horrendous. I don't even know what was in there. Nothing was visually in there. I didn't scratch it with my finger. It was just a piece of dirt. Now imagine having no lashes. And you can't, you know, we always get a bit stuck on our lashes and we have to peel it off. Eye bogies, when you wake up in the morning, you're like crusty. And imagine if the lashes weren't there to kind of keep it away from your actual eyeball. You have no lashes there. All that stuff is going to get in your eye, behind your eye, before you have time to catch it. It can really, really damage your eyes. Now, there's this common misconception with a lot of hair things that if you cut them off or shave them off or wax them off, it will grow back thicker and denser. And that's why some people do it to their lashes. They trim them gently on the top or they get rid of them completely and say, oh, but they're gonna grow back thicker and longer. UKLash.com did a list of like myths when it comes to eyelashes and hair and things like that. Myth number 2 on this list, cutting your eyelashes makes them grow longer. They say it goes without saying that putting anything sharp close to your lashes and eyelids is super dangerous. Just the thought of scissors close to the eyes makes me feel faint. I agree with you there, 100%. So when you consider that this is A, dangerous, and B, doesn't do anything at all, is one of the worst lash growing tips out there. It's tough to understand where the original idea behind this came from, but it's definitely a super widespread and common myth. One guess is that it comes from a misunderstanding of a lash growth cycle compared to the hair growth cycle, that is the hair on our heads. Popular advice recommends getting regular hair trims to support healthy hair growth. Is it really such a stretch that this could apply to eyelashes? Unfortunately, it is. It's a huge reach. The thing is, every single type of hair on our bodies has its own growth cycle. This isn't something that we can alter or change just by cutting the hair. Listen, don't be cutting off your lashes. Okay, also, I've seen this a lot, rife on TikTok, of course. People selling lash serums or brands trying to sell their lash serum. And they'll start off by someone cutting off their eyelashes, right, completely, then applying the serum to show how it grows back. And their point is, oh, it's going to grow back so healthy and so nice. But really, it's just for eyelashes growing back, because that's what happens. Hair growth is how hair works. It grows back. It can take up to 90 days for your lashes to grow back completely. And if you're lucky, it can take a little bit shorter in time. And if you're unlucky, they won't look great when they grow back. I would love to know your opinions down below. Have you ever cut off your eyelashes or your eyebrow? Trimming your lashes? Great. Cutting them off completely? Not so great. Your eyes are in danger. Please do consider subscribing. Give this video a thumbs up and remember to subscribe over on my reaction channel too. I'll see you very, very soon. Bye.